Hello friends, I'm Mr. G. Pujari, working as a Sharad, working in a Sharad Institute of Technology College of Engineering. I am working as an assistant professor, and I am having my channel Creative. On this channel, I am uploading the content related technical and non-technical, technical content related with engineering, and non-technical content is related with general engineering and general knowledge purpose. So I am appealing you subscribe my channel so that you will not miss my any kind of notification with my whatever uploading the new lecture. So friends, we have started earlier this production drawing and reading blueprint chapter in our previous lecture, and in our previous lecture we have seen about the what is meant by production drawing and what is the use of production drawing in engineering. Then also we have seen about the drawing set. We have seen in previous lectures about the elements of production drawing. So production drawing elements like the basic elements of production drawing: size and shape, format of drawing sheet, process sheet, limits, fits, tolerance, size, form, position, production method, surface roughness, material specification, then convention used to represent machine component, inspection and testing methods. Also we have seen some simple example of size and shape of component, this one and this one. Then also we have discussed about the limits, fits, tolerance, limits, what is meant by fits. Then also we have seen about the types of fits like clearance fit, transition fit, interference fit. We have seen the examples about that. Also we have seen the whole basis system, shaft basis system, when we are using the whole basis system, when we are using the shaft basis system. Then also we have discussed about the example of shaft basis system and this whole basis system. So what is the importance of tolerance we have seen. Then we have seen the unilateral tolerance, bilateral tolerance. Then we have started this new point, surface roughness. Then we have discussed the what is the mean by surface, how we are checking the surface, how many terms are included in surface roughness measurement. Then also we have seen about the evaluation length, what is mean by evaluation length, how we are considering, how we are selecting the evaluation length. So what is how we are measuring the surface roughness like RA, RMS. Okay. So friends, in till this lecture we have already discussed in our previous lecture. So if you are want to learn about the whatever we have learned in previous lecture, all the videos are uploaded on my YouTube channel Creative. Anytime you can watch this channel, anytime you can clear your doubts, and you can see again if you are having any doubts you can comment me any questions and I will answer your question. So now friends, we are going to see today about the what is the symbol for surface roughness and how we are using all kind of things about the surface roughness. So RA is also known as the arithmetic average or centerline average. It is the average roughness in the area between the roughness profile and its mean line. Graphically, RA is the area between the roughness profile and its center line divided by the evaluation length. So basically we are measuring our surface roughness in between this RA value. So basically here if you see in this example earlier we have also discussed, this is a component on which we are measuring this surface roughness. So this is a stylus. We are going to move over whatever the length we have selected, equivalent length, and this is the screen on which we are observing. This is the our whatever this graph. On the basis of this graph we can conclude what kind of RA is value is having this component. So how is roughness measured? Since the individual roughness irregularities are too small to see with the naked eye, and roughness measuring instrument is required. A small stylus is drawn across the surface at a constant speed for a set distance. An electrical signal is obtained and amplified to produce a much enlarged vertical magnification. This signal may be displayed on both graph and screen outputs together with numerical values that characterize the surface texture. So friends, like this is a surface and we are on such a machine, we are going to enlarge the image of your surface, because whenever we are moving the stylus on any surface, that time we are going to capture this image. Okay, so actually this capturing image means how the irregularities are present on the surface. Okay, how much irregularities are present on the surface we are going to measure on the screen. Okay, so whatever the signal this stylus is giving, okay, so these signals are AC signals, and these AC signals are converted into DC signals here, or digital, we can say these AC signals are converted into digital signals on this screen. Okay, so like this we are going to measure this surface. Like such surface we are going to measure over your machine, and you can observe this on the screen. Now friends, surface roughness range. So let us discuss about some surface roughness range. If you are measured these surfaces, every surface is having its some kind of range of RA value. Okay, so what kind of surface average range value is having for every surface we are going to see here. So here if you observe, this is one kind of graph. This is surface roughness range micrometer. So on this surface roughness range micrometer, if you observe, starting is from 0.1 micrometer to 1000 micrometer. Okay, and we know this 1 mm is equal to 1000 micrometer. So means 1000 micrometer is equal to 1 mm. So this is a range given, and we have divided this material into this range. So now if you see this proteins material, you will observe that this material is having the surface roughness is fall under this range 0.1 to 1 micrometer. If you observe this Teflon material, this Teflon material surface roughness can be fall under this 0.1 to 10, or we can say little bit less than 1 micrometer and greater than 1 micrometer. This is the surface roughness of Teflon. We can say in between 0.1 to 10. Okay, in between 0.1 to 10 micrometer, the Teflon surface roughness can fall. If you discussed about this sand blasted glass, this sand blasted glass surface roughness can be fall in between this 1 to 100 micrometer. Okay, so certain sand blasted glass of this fall in between 1 to 10 micro 1 to 100 micrometer. In between these materials RA value fall. If we discussed about the lab ground, like this ice material, it can fall in between 100 to 1000 micrometer. Okay, this lab ground material can fall this micrometer RA value in between 100 to 1000. One more thing, if you discussed about the glass, whatever the RA value will fall in between 1 to 10. This glass RA value will fall in between this 1 to 10. Okay, micrometer RA value or roughness value is present. If we consider about the soil, lap coated. If we consider the micrometer range for the soil lap coated, it can be fall under 10 to more than 100 micrometer. Okay, it is slightly more than this 100 micrometer. It is start from 10 micrometer and it can be fall more than 100 micrometer. Okay, it is the range in between this one. And then above is a stainless steel. So this is a stainless steel material and it fall under 1 to 100 micrometer. Okay, the range for surface roughness for this is 1 to 100. So this stainless steel can fall in between this 1 and 100. So like this, these are the few examples of material has given the range of micrometer range. Okay, it can fall in between 0.1 to 1000. Now friends, if you see here, we have shown how surface looks like when we done the turning. Okay, and on the basis of this, what kind of surface roughness is there, on the basis of that, how the surface looks like. So this is the RA value, micrometer value. When the surface is having 12.5 micrometer RA value, the surface will look like this one. When surface is having 6.3 RA micrometer value, surface will look like this one. When surface is having RA value 3.2 micrometer, the surface will look like this one. When the surface is having RA value 1.6 micrometer, the surface will look like this one. When the surface is having 0.8 micrometer RA value, surface will look like this one. And when the surface is having 0.4 micrometer RA value, the surface will look like this one. Okay, so like this, if you observe that when we are doing the machining, that time 0.4 RA value means the surface is very smooth one. Okay, 0.8 is very little bit hard with compared to this one. So if you consider this 12.5 RA value, it can be more rough value than this one, 0.4. Okay, so this 0.4 is more smooth value as compared to this 12.5 value. Okay, so always we require to consider what is the RA value. Okay, so what kind of cut you want to take, whether you want finish cutting, whether you want rough cut. Okay, so when you take a rough cut, that time you will get such kind of surface texture, and when you take a finish cut, you will get such kind of finish cut, or we can say get such kind of surface finish. Now friends, here some kind of again values of surface roughness values we have shown here. So here if you see flat lapping rimming, okay, the values about these surfaces here shown when we are going to do flat lapping rimming, and these are the RA values. Okay, and these are some RZ values. So when we are going to do flat lapping rimming the surfaces, here you will get this surface is having 1.6 micrometer RA value. Then this surface is having 0.8 micrometer RA value. This surface is having 0.4 micrometer RA value, and then this surface is having 0.2 micrometer RA value. Then this surface is having 0.1 micrometer RA value, and then this surface is having 0.05 micrometer RA value when we are doing a flat lapping trimming. When we are doing grinding, also we will get same kind of RA value, and surface will look like this one. If you do the grinding, 1.6 micrometer RA value looks like this one. If you are doing grinding, if you are having 0.8 micrometer, surface will look like this one. If surface is having 0.4 array value, surface will look like this one. If 0.2 micrometer array value, the surface will look like this one. If surface is having 0.1 array value, surface will look like this one. And if surface is having 0.05 micrometer array value, surface will look like this one. Okay friends, now here these are the very smooth surfaces and these are the some hard surfaces. Okay, so horizontal milling and vertical milling, these are we have shown, and then turning. So this horizontal milling surface is here and the turning, these all can be fall into one category. Here if we see the 12.5 array value, surface will look like this in horizontal milling, vertical milling and turning. When our array value is 6.3 mm, that time horizontal milling look like this one, vertical milling look like this one, and our turning will look like this one. So here whatever the values shown, these are the RZ values. Okay, this is the array value and this RZ value of same one. Okay, here when the array value is a 3.2, that time our surface will look like this one in horizontal milling, in vertical milling and this turning. Then this is the array for 1.6, this horizontal milling, this vertical milling and this is turning. Then this is a 0.8 array value will look like this one, horizontal milling, then this is vertical milling and this is turning. This is horizontal milling, this is vertical milling and this is turning. That time array value is 0.8 and surface will look like this one. When the array value is 0.4, in horizontal milling surface will look like this one and vertical will look like this one and turning will look like this one. So see here, if you see, observe our surfaces. Here the surface whatever we have shown, that is the rough one, and when you are going upside, the surface will become a smooth one. Okay, so here look this one. When array value, why I am showing you this image? By observing this image with comparing this image, you will understand that when we are going to compare these values of surfaces, when the roughness array value is going to decrease, that time surface will become smooth, and when the array value is high, that time what will happen? When array value is high, surfaces become very rough. This is the main difference. Here I wanted to show you and I wanted to compare with you. That's why I am showing you these images. Okay, so here whatever the 12.5, whatever the 6.3, as per when we are going to increase like this. Okay, so 0.4, 0.8. So as per the requirement, when you want to do a machining processes, we require to consider, first of all we have to understand how much array value we want. Okay, that is the most important thing. Then what kind of processes we want to select. So here if you compare with this process and this here, so here by maximum 0.4 is possible in turning, vertical milling, horizontal milling. Only 0.4 array value micrometer can be possible with this, with respect with when we are using these machining processes. And if you compare with this one, this flat lapping, rimming and grinding processes, this can be able to complete your process smoothness of your surface up to 0.05 mm, means 50 micron. Okay, this is 50 micron and this is we can say 0.4. This is 0.4. Okay, so like this, up to this level we can 0.05 we are able to achieve, and here we are able to achieve 0.4. So here as compared to this is a very rough surface as compared to this surface. Okay, so always while selecting this process we require to observe in your drawing. On a drawing, the manufacturer or the designer has given the array value. So on the basis of this, whatever the array value is given, If the array value is in between 12.5 to 0.4, we can be able to select this horizontal milling, vertical milling, turning as per the surfaces. If surface is round, we can able to select this turning process. If our job is like square one, we can select this horizontal milling, vertical milling. And if the array value is given in between this 1.6 to 0.05, we require to select this flat lamming, rimming and grinding process. So that's why I have shown you this image for proper selection of process, because when we are reading the drawing, that time we are observed that what kind of the value of that whatever the array value is given on this drawing, on the basis of that we require to select the proper process. So I'm very thankful. Whatever the remaining thing we are going to see in our next lecture. Okay, so I hope you understand whatever processes we have learned in today's lecture. Okay, so once again I'm thank you very much for listening my lecture very carefully. So thank you very much.